Okay, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and fire up our VM, and we're going to fix the display resolution. So we're going to go into this, and we see our DB source settings. So we're going to pull up our settings, and we're going to go to the display settings, and we're going to change the graphics controller to VMS VGA, and we're going to change the memory to 32 meg. It says invalid settings detected. Please considering, unless you have a reason to keep it. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's just, one monitor, 100% scaling. Let's see what happens if we fire it up with a normal start. And VirtualBox. There we go. And of course, when we see the snakes start appearing, we can hit escape to see all the background startup processing. So let's see what happens. And here we go. So hopefully this one will be quick. And we're almost there. And here we are. So first I'm going to log in as user 1. Password is you. And again, I'll probably have to go through those initial questions. Not a big deal, only takes a second. It's building the desktop. Don't forget we haven't logged in as user 1 yet, so it's got to build the desktop the first time. It takes a little bit longer. Okay, so the desktop has appeared. And are we going to get the default? There it is. Next. Next. Skip. Start using the server. And then we should get the genome. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close that. And now we'll go into System Tools, Settings. We'll scroll down to Devices. And we have a whole bunch of options here. So I tend to prefer the 14, that's the wrong one. The 1440 by 900. The reason being is I can get the whole thing on my screen without scroll bars. So that is my preferred resolution. And you see I got a little bitty scroll. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and log off of this user. And log in as root. And do the same thing. So, as soon as he comes up, and here we go, not listed, root, R, and here it shows our last login. So we shouldn't get those two default programs on first login. let it build the desktop for us. And there we go. So we have our desktop. Again, applications, system tools, settings. We scroll down to devices. We have our display. And we can select our 1440 by 900. Hit apply. Keep. And we'll just adjust that. So we're all set there. Now one other thing I tend to do is I'm running in a VM and I don't need a firewall. So I'm going to stop the firewall and disable it. So the way we do that is service Firewalld status. We can see it's running. We stop it. Then we systemctl disable Firewalld IP ADDR, and we can see our IP address is 168.0.126. So we can verify that that firewall is now down, and we can connect with putty. So here I have putty, and I'm going to go ahead and 192.168.0.126, and I'm going to save this as dbsrc. Save. And again, it's going to ask us if we want to accept this key, because we've never connected before, so we accept yes, and we have a login prompt. And the reason I like to have this is because if I want to cut and paste, it's easier than using the VMware tools for cut and paste. Now I can take a command, for instance, I'm going to install but not configure tigervnc. So I can cut and paste that command into a putty window, whereas it's more difficult to cut and paste into the VirtualBox terminal session. Okay, now you'll see this is happening because yum runs in the graphical all the time. Grep yum. Okay, so kill -9 3124, and now we'll do it again, and oh, it's still 4629. There we go. So yeah, the graphical likes to run yum a lot in the background, so you'll find this often. Don't be afraid, just kill it and do your thing. So yes, it wants to import the key, and there we go. So in this brief video, only 10 minutes, we went ahead and restarted. We disabled the firewall, we set our default screen resolution, and now we'll shut down one more time. And you can do this from either one. You can do this from the graphical, or you can do this from a remote session, which is kind of nice. Shutdown -H meaning halt now, and bang, it goes away. And we'll see it shutting down over here on the left, and we're completely shut down. So now we'll go ahead and take another snapshot. So snapshot take, and we can call that snapshot 1, disable firewall D, we verified, set default resolutions to 40 by 900, and I always hit tab and it never likes it. So there we go. That's a quick changing the resolution and disabling the firewall and verifying that we can get to it with our putty. So again, thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe if you're finding this useful, and feel free to continue on with the next